is a chairs match. The only way to win this contest is by pinfall or submission, and in this contest, the use of steel chairs will be legal.
This is a battle that's months in the making. The chairs match between two of the heaviest hitters in Premier Championship Wrestling. They've met many times before, and it seems like that particular weaponry has always been at the center.
Joe, I'm fired up. Seeing the destruction that's going to come in this match, I just want to get up and dance.
Well, I'll tell you what, it was a wild altercation, the six-man tag team bout last month. These two were a part of. They brawled all the way to the back. Nothing was settled. We'll see if we can settle something here one-on-one. Ganon Jones Jr. is one half of Locked and Loaded with Duke Davis, and usually I'd point out the relationship with Chris LaRusso right now, the business deal that's helped all of the above in their claims of being screwed, but Chris LaRusso's not really been seen or heard from since Ricky Shane Page elbowed the hell out of him and pile drove him on the ramp.
I actually have attempted to contact Chris LaRusso on social media, via text, on MySpace, on LiveJournal, has not responded to a single thing.
I guess you're only using technology from 15 years ago. Time for a suplex Shogun, but we saw him elevate Duke Davis a couple times with suplexes. Ganon's about the same size. Can he do it?
And his opponent, from the 36th chamber, weighing in at 305 pounds, the suplex Shogun, Jackson Stone.
And Stone not taking the stipulation lightly. This is a chairs match. All chairs and chairs only will be legal as far as foreign objects. And Stone is ready to fight. And it's almost like he's daring Jackson is daring Ganon Jones Jr., I should say, to pick up a chair of his own.
Well, you'd have to think that Jackson Stone has been in many a battle, just with his martial arts background. I don't know the martial arts of chairs, however.
Now that's a little rough.
He may be the suplex Shogun, but is he the chairman for me?
Oh, God. We're starting out with a chair duel. And Ganon gets the advantage. Stone ducks underneath. Oh, look out! Stone just propels that chair into Ganon's skull.
And just smacking those chairs together, that can sting the hands. You can bust a finger. That can change the dynamic of this very quickly.
Check out this reaction.
What are they chanting? Huh? Is that how they communicate in Cleveland?
Jackson Stone war cry? What's wrong with that? Oh, can on the elbow.
Well, it's a fine war cry, but it doesn't beat a giant boot to the mush.
And Stone's what? You know, he's a big guy. He's up there for Ganon to get that full extension on a chair to the back. And again, it is as legal as a headlock. Chairs have been involved in these matches between these two men more often than not. And this is really the only way we can think of settling this.
Well, Joe, it makes perfect sense, but we know what these two can do with a weapon in hand. Certainly a steel chair, the ultimate weapon in some ways. Who do you give the advantage to here?
Whoever's got the chair. And that's a cop-out response, but, I mean, there's no other way to put it. That's been the instrument of destruction throughout all of this ordeal. Oh, and I think Ganon normally would be the first to resort to such tactics, but Stone's been pushed over the edge, and he's been given free rein to use as many chairs as he wants, so I think Stone can rise to the occasion.
Ganon would be the first to resort to those tactics.
I think he would take a shortcut before Jackson would, and he has many times.
Well, you know, I saw Jackson Stone panhandling for like $10 a pop outside the building before we got here.
I see. I'm not sure that was accurate. I think you're going to check your sources.
I'm my own source.
That explains the problem. Ganon Jones Jr. down to the solar plexus.
You know, Joe, I'm not feeling very holiday spirit. You're not being very nice to me right now.
I understand.
Tell you who's not going to be I was going to say who's not going to be nice is Ganon to Jackson, but John with the people will get you in trouble every now and then.
Oh. And Stone able to get Jackson Stone off with the pass here.
So I said before, you got two big hosses in there now. And like I said, the damage that these two can do without a chair, just using their fists and their feet and their strength. You throw chairs into the mix, and you got a recipe for a long night for these two individuals.
Yeah, the chair into the small of the back, and looks like Ganon's trying to work on that lower back or that midsection, which may negate some of the strength Jackson will need to execute a suplex.
It's a very smart move. Two of the things you use on a suplex is your back for the strength, and then you pop those hips, and if one of those goes out, you can't suplex anybody.
Oh, Stone explodes with a clothesline.
And you said it yourself, Jackson Stone gets better every time you see him, but the same can be said about Ganon. He's not the all-star for nothing. He's not the main event for nothing.
Stone, you see, tried to elevate Ganon with that suplex. Ganon back with a picture-perfect dropkick, and the damage done with that chair to the lower back saved Ganon there and able to get a 2 count.
You'd have to think that Ganon learning strategy sessions from Chris LaRusso, maybe not since he was power-driven on the apron. Do we have a P.O. box that people can send their get-well cards to?
Yeah, it's got cobwebs in it.
Well, maybe they can just tag him on Twitter then. How about that,
maybe.
smarty pants?
P.O. boxes and MySpace. Boy, you're really with it.
I was hanging out with Thunder Kitty earlier.
I bet.
I took the trolley to get here, you know.
Stone trying to fight his way to his feet.
But kicked right down in the face by Ganon Jones Jr.
Is this a unique or maybe uncomfortable position for Ganon? He does not have LaRusso to depend on. Duke Davis was barred from ringside because of the violent nature of this matchup. Is Ganon going to be in his element, or is he off his game?
Well, Joe, we saw Ganon with that impressive win streak when he started here, and
2 count only.
And he was doing it all on his own. He was doing it with no help whatsoever. Sure, Ganon might take the guidance of Duke Davis. He might take the guidance of Chris LaRusso, but he's a guy that can get it done on his own. Don't sell him short. I think you just have a thing against guys from Pittsburgh, myself included.
I don't think that's the case at all. I think Ganon Jones Jr. is a very capable athlete. Just some of his decision-making leaves something to be desired, in my opinion. But it's Jackson Stone with the elbows to the gut, and Duke takes out that knee of Stone again.
Not only that, but Ganon did too.
Ah,
I got you.
got me.
Yeah. Oh, you should be fired. Anyway, Ganon in firm control right now of Jackson Stone.
Who's gonna fire me?
Oh. I love the work.
Oh, thank you very much. Gotta believe Duke Davis is looking on somewhere, though. You gotta believe you can see this footage. Jackson Stone was the first man to take Duke Davis off his feet. That's why Duke is on my mind. And that is certainly a huge accomplishment. And Ganon learned from that and has negated that right now because Stone is barely able to stand.
See, it's not that Duke Davis and Ganon Jones Jr., they're not just athletes that have no brains. They're both very intelligent. They're both very thinking man's wrestlers. As is Chris LaRusso, as is, the kind of the wild card of that group, Ron Mathis. But I don't know if intelligence might be his strong point. Seems a little out to lunch, but
He'll have a big opportunity tonight, though.
He absolutely does have a big opportunity. Can't wait to see that matchup. But I think a matchup like this, too, it can bring something out of Ganon Jones Jr. For as great as he is, for as dominant as he is, for as strong as he is, he could find a new realm of opportunity here with that steel chair. Of course, on the business end of it right now.
Ganon misses that charge, and it's Stone with a chair across the back.
Joe, let me hit you with this chair so you can feel exactly what that's like.
Absolutely not. I get as much of a indication as I need from watching Jackson Stone and Ganon Jones Jr. wage war in this matchup. As Stone, the straps are coming down.
Well, Joe, that means business, and that means that at least for Jackson Stone's mind, it is suplex time.
Can he get him up? Got him over! Cannon out of the back of his head.
And A lot of guys can be taken out with one of those suplexes. But you'd have to wonder what that took out of Jackson Stone as well.
Into the cover, hooking the leg, 2 count only. You gotta wonder, will this match have an effect on the Premier Championship rankings as we head into 2018? Two men who have had a very, very impressive resume throughout the year.
Well, it certainly would. You'd have to think that the winner of this matchup could be in line for a future Premier Championship title opportunity.
Brutal drop kick from Jones Jr.
You know, Joe, if you'd like my opinion on the rankings, I'd be more than happy to throw in my expertise. Ganon Jones Jr. clearly near the top of that list.
Just send it to our P.O. box, pal. Ganon Jones Jr. has the chair in hand now. Stone is having trouble getting to his feet. Ganon measuring his foe. Oh, using that chair for a little bit of extra leverage and extra pain as he now begins to bend back, does Ganon, on the arm and shoulders of Stone, stretching out the upper body.
And if there's any jagged edges on that or any sharp corners, that can just dig right into the flesh of Jackson Stone, making it even more damaging. Well, there's part one. Get the chair off the back.
Yeah, and now break the grasp of Ganon Jones Jr. Jackson Stone for the ride. Deceptively quick, but Jones Jr. cuts him off. And that back suplex, that side suplex, excuse me, Jackson lands back first on the steel chair.
And give it to Ganon. That was about 300 pounds that he had to lift up and drop down on that chair. Listen to the people. They're really behind Ganon. They love him.
What?
I'm pretty sure that's who they're for.
Well, some of them may be, but not so sure.
Well, those boos earlier were just...
Ganon is measuring Stone. This could be a knockout shot. This could be over. Well, I think Ganon overshot his target a little bit. Stone slips underneath, and now Jackson Stone firing away.
See, I gotta wonder what is this taken out of Ganon. Just a swing and a miss right there. Jackson ducked partially out of the way of it, but Ganon just mistimed the target.
And now Jackson has the chair. Yeah, Jones Jr. out on his feet a moment ago, but able to regroup. Stone now prone on the chair and clothesline, and Stone takes the tumble.
I was going to say that Jackson Stone was lucky that chair was there when he caught that boot to the face, but maybe not. Now this has to put a smile on Chris LaRusso's face, and maybe a smile on Ron Mathis's face.
Is LaRusso awake yet?
Well, you know, I heard it took 3 days before they actually peeled him up off the floor here. You'd be surprised how hard it is to have a banquet with Chris LaRusso laying on the floor.
And Jackson Stone, sure it wasn't the first time, Jackson Stone trying to get his way to his feet. Jones Jr. has that chair in his possession again. And Stone is unaware. Stone is in a bad way. Ganon's keeping that chair close by, but away from the grasp of Jackson Stone, as it could be crunch time.
Well, if Stone doesn't come to, I was going to say, not going to be on Dream Street. He's going to be on Knocked Out Street. Well, Ganon has an interesting project set up here, but what's he going to do with it?
Oh, checking the playbook.
Well, Joe, I think he's going to button hook him right here.
Oh, my God.
Thank you for coming, Jackson Stone.
Huge impact.
And he even has time to pose, Joe. Freeze frame that. That could be the cover of Premiere on Facebook.
I can't freeze frame it, we're live.
We're live, pal. Well, in post, we'll freeze frame it.
All right.
You can put like a little image up on the screen.
Oh, I can't wait.
Oh, bravo.
And a bag. A little too proud of his accomplishments, don't you think?
Well, Joe, that was pretty impressive. You got to admit.
Pride comes before the fall, they say.
Well, here comes the fall now. 3 count. Well, I mean, Jackson Stone's out. You can count to 100. Look, he's even going to get the angle. He knows where the camera is. Smart wrestling.
Soaking in his moment. No! Oh, I thought that was it. Stone was motionless. And Ganon can't believe what he's just seen.
Well, maybe Ganon took a second or two too long to go in there. He looked at the playbook. He had the right play call.
Now he's trying to think.
Which if somebody needs to throw a challenge flag, I think that might have been a 3.
Oh, stop. Maybe we'll protest again.
There we go.
Oh, this could be Ganon's chance to wind up shot. Measures him this time. Oh, got him right in the shoulder.
It also makes it hard to suplex with that shoulder.
Absolutely does. Stone is on his feet, though. Oh, straight to the back. And Stone is trying to shrug off these shots. You can see the pain that he's in. But Stone is determined. Off for the head. A struggle center rig. Ganon gets the better of it. Look out. Pounce! And the chair flying into Ganon Jones Jr. Jackson Stone the victory.
Here is your winner, Jackson Stone!
Jackson Stone gets the job done. Jackson Stone survives the chairs match and perhaps ends this rivalry once and for all with Ganon Jones Jr. Jackson Stone is on pace and certainly poised to have a tremendous 2018, don't you think?
Well, certainly I did say that it could be the year of Jackson Stone in 2018. Certainly an impressive victory here. Ganon, I hate to say, maybe took a little bit too much time going for that pin. Jackson Stone the victor.
Ganon Jones Jr. left laying. What awaits in the future? The Suplex Shogun, Jackson Stone. Impressive showing. Oh, they have it.